Hey ladies, this is Sheree Stevenson with Sheree Success. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do something different today. I wanted to kind of show you how I get ready for church or for work. And I use lots of different makeups. So I'm going to do a little bit of a voiceover and tell you what I use. But this is the look that I created to go to work and at times go to church. So watch, and I hope you enjoy. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video out. I love to talk about on my channel about women creating success for their lives. You have to look the part, you have to act the part, you have to know the part, but you were already born with it. So I hope you enjoy. Tell me if you like it. Please give me the thumbs up. And I want to hear you in the comments about what you think about this look. Okay, here we go. I am doing my brows. I actually already have microblade, but I'm using the MAC pencil. I usually like the spike pencil, but because my microblade needs a little bit darkening up, or I need a touch up, I like to fill them in just a little bit. I don't do this every morning, but today I decided I would do it just for this purpose of the video, so that you ladies can see how easy it can be to just, fill in your brows just a little bit, and it will make them look perfect. I am gonna go offline and highlight them with some concealer. I want you ladies to know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, pretty, which is what the Lord says, and your soul knows right well. So here I go. See, I already did my brows offline. I highlighted them, but now I'm using the pumpkin spice palette, and as you can see, I use a few of those colors all the time. And now I'm just using a transition color and just blending it. This palette is actually one of my favorite palettes. So I just do this, and honestly, it really usually only takes me about 10 minutes. This video is going to seem a little bit longer, but it usually takes me about 10 to 15 minutes to get this look done. But for the sake of this video, it's just a little bit longer. So this is just a transition color, and I am going to, and then I use the pumpkin spice color. It actually is called pumpkin spice, and I'm putting that over the transition color and under on my lids. And I have what people would say is the perfect eyelids, because they're big, and they're perfect for makeup artists because they can put as many colors on my lids as they like, just to make them pop. And this is one of my favorite colors that I use in the palette, which is, I can't remember exactly what the color is, and I'm sorry I don't have the palette in front of me, but I will list it in the comments so you can see exactly which color it is. But it is a beautiful color, and it is also one of my favorites, and I'm just kind of double dipping a little bit just to make it thick, actually to darken it. It makes it pop. And I actually, a lot of times, I don't even use a primer on my lids. If I do use a primer, it usually is the concealer, or I'm putting foundation on and I just put that on, and then I just put the shadow over that. So, and now I'm just putting in a color on the edges of my lids, just to kind of give it a little bit of a pop. And sorry about the, the mirror in the way, but I'm, you know, just kind of looking at what I'm doing. So, and the funny thing is I have hot flashes. So I take this MAC primer, Prep and Prime. This primer has worked miracles for me. I put it on my face and I put quite a bit of it on my nose. And see, on my nose, because that's where I sweat at when I have my hot flashes. I'm aging myself. But anyway, that's what happens. So I put quite a bit there and, you know, dry it off because I'm going to fan a little bit. And then I put my, here I go again. Yep. And then I go ahead and put my foundation on. And I have a few foundations that I like to use. And I have started using Fenty by Rihanna. And I think this is the color 360. I think I can use that color or a different color, but this is the one I've been using. And if I don't use the liquid foundation, I go with my MAC Prime, my MAC, you'll see it. Anyway, I go with that, and it sometimes I just go with just that. It's not a it's just powder to finished powder, but it's great, it works great. And so I usually like to put that over my foundation as well, because it just gives it just a matte look. And I know this looks a little bright on the camera. It's kind of got a yellow undertone, and I'm usually more of a warm undertone. So that's why I'm gonna have to warm this up a little bit by putting that foundation over it. But you've seen in the beginning how the look turned out, so just stay tuned, keep watching, and you'll see how it turns out. And I'm doing this really fast because, like I said, it usually only takes me about 10 minutes to get this done. Okay, there goes my foundation brush, and there you go, my Studio Fix powder. That's what it is, my Studio Fix powder by MAC. And I just blend that in over the foundation. And this look really is, I go to church in, but you can actually I actually wear it to work at times too, and this is just one of my favorite easy go-to looks. And see how that's starting to matte up, because once the foundation starts to oxidize, it just starts to blend into your face like skin. And this is a Morphe palette. It's and again, here I'm only using 2 colors. I usually actually 3, but I use the darker color to do highlights a little bit, and then I do it on my nose as well, you'll see. And I don't really use the foundation, the dark foundation. When I first started doing this, I used to use the liquid foundation, but I found that I like this better. It's, it works great. And sometimes I use a little bit of a different brush to get the nose right, because I do got a wide nose. And then I take that light color up there, because it's a powdery look, and so I take that and just do the highlight on my nose. I got that little hump on my nose, but I take that and I just kind of blend it in with the finger, and then I blend it in with the brush a little bit. And there goes my nose, slimming down a little bit. So if you haven't heard of Il Maquillage, it's the one where you take the test online, and I can tell you it really does work, because I actually have the foundation too, but this is the concealer, and so I got the concealer just for highlights, and it actually is really good. It works well. So this is the color that they match me to for highlighting. That nose slim down a little bit. I think I'm looking for my, that's what I was looking for, the Real Techniques blending sponge. So I'm just gonna blend that in. I put a little bit down the center of my nose, and I just blend both eyes in, and then I'll use setting powder to put underneath. And I don't really bake for a long time. I hardly bake at all. I just usually just put it on and brush it right off. You'll notice. But I really like that concealer because it pops as well. And this is the Laura Mercier powder. As you can see, I use quite a few different products, but I use what works best for me. And that's what you'll have to do too. Use what works best for you. Again, you are beautiful, fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works. And the Lord says, you know that. I feel like every woman is beautiful and unique in their own way, because God doesn't make junk. He made us all beautiful. And I know somebody might be saying, well, why are you putting this makeup on if he made you beautiful? Well, it's just to enhance the beauty that he's given me. And it's something that I like to do. And if you're watching this, obviously it's something that you're trying to start liking to do, or you do like to do. So here I go, and I take this concealer brush, and I just, see, I didn't bake hardly at all. I just brush it all off pretty quick. And then I'll take my MAC Studio Fix Plus, actually not the Plus, but the Studio Fix powder, and I'll, blend again, brush over that, and I just see, well, I'm just brushing that off, but I'll put the powder over it again, and it just gives it that beautiful matte look. Watch and see. Here I go looking for something again. And I believe it is that brush. That fast, I forgot where I put it, and it was right in my face. And I just kind of brush it on those areas that I highlighted. And see, it's already starting to, I just love the what it does. It just starts to make it look so matte and beautiful. And then now I'm going to take a blush. And this blush is Bare Minerals, another product, but they're all the very nice products. But I do have one cheap blush that I use a little bit, but this one is my favorite. It's just a really rose color, very pretty, and you only need a little bit of it. See, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit there. Pretty. I like it. And my daughter just bought me this Anastasia highlight. It looks like a white color when you look at it, but when you put it on, it turns gold. It is beautiful. It is thebomb.com. And I always like to highlight that nose of mine. And just a little bit on my forehead. And now I'm gonna take I believe it's All Day. I'm not sure if it's Fenty, but my daughter gave this to me, and this stuff works wonders, especially because I sweat because of my hot flashes. It's an all-nighter finishing spray, and this stuff really works. I will put what it is in the comments as well, so that if you want to go get some, your makeup will stay on all night. And then I'm just brushing those brows a little bit, because after putting on the makeup and stuff, I like to just make sure that those brows look good. Yay, hey, here we go. Spray that face down and wait for it to mat up, and then I'm gonna go off camera and put on my lashes and my hair, and I will be back. And here we go. Queen, you are looking beautiful and gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me what you like in the comments and what you like to see again. And if you like, if you really like, this is something that you like that I do, or you want to see more.